Alright, just this first shot's a little bit tricky. I have to draw this one ball, or draw off the one ball. Notice how high my stick is right here. I'm pretty jacked up. And this is to get more bottom on the ball, and I'm putting bottom right on this ball to increase the angle off the one, and the right is for spinning it out between the 6 and the 8 without scratching, because the only real pocket, I don't like combinations. I could easily shoot this combination as 2 and 3, but I'd rather not do that. I'd rather have an open pocket for the 2. And the reason isn't because the combination's hard, but if I shoot the combination, number one, there's a chance of both the 2 and the 3 going in the pocket, which is going to leave me bad on the 4 ball. So that's pretty much going to be the end of the run unless I just, cut the cue ball loose and just do something stupid. And it's also going to be a little more difficult than I want it to be to get on the 4, even if the 2 stays right there in the pocket. And there's always a chance of the 2 getting away from you after, comboing into the 3. So to avoid all that, I just want an open pocket for the 2, and it's right down here. And the only way to do that is to get somewhere against that far long rail. And the way to do that is with bottom right to increase the angle and spin off and avoid the scratch. Now that's a lot to think about. There it is right there. I accomplished the task, and I came a little bit closer to scratching than I wanted to, and that's just because this rail down here is dead. If I was playing on a diamond, that cue ball would be probably 8-12 inches below where it is right now. And I'd be straight in on the 2. But it's easy enough, it's not exactly straight in, but all I have to do is go to the end rail here. And you see where the 6 is and the 5 is, and that's really the only concern after that 1 ball and getting on the 2. That shot right there, let's go back a little bit. A lot of guys would have played that different. You can hit the short rail down here at the bottom and try to spin off and come out behind the 4, but you're taking a chance of actually hitting the 4. I don't want to take that chance. You could go 2 rails, the end rail and the side rail here, and bounce out for the 4, but that's just moving the cue ball too much and too much work. The best way to do this is just to hit the 3 ball full and draw straight back without even messing with the rails at all. That's the safest way for me to do it. So that's what I'm doing. To hell with the rail. Is just spin it out and get what I would consider perfect on the 4 to get back on the 5. And here you'll see me take my time, and this is a rare situation here. If you're not sure of what to do and you're already halfway down, just stand back up and rethink it, and that's the lesson of this video. Don't be afraid to just say, you know what, wait a minute, let's stand back up and rethink this. Or, I wasn't in perfect line with the shot when I got down on it. And you should be getting down on the line of aim. And sometimes you get down on the line of aim and say, you know what, that's really not right. I don't feel sure about this. And then what a lot of amateurs do is they start moving around or start moving their stick around. And they're not changing the line of aim. They're changing their sight on the line of aim. So they still have it aimed wrong. So the best thing to do is just stand up and start all over. That's pretty much the reason for this video. Now, at first thought, most guys would just come off this round, spin it off back over on this side for a straight-in shot on the 5. But if you come up on the high side of the 5, which most guys would do because the closest pocket to the 5 ball is this corner pocket down here. So your natural instinct says, okay, we need to get above this 5. But now you're taking a chance of scratching. or just going too long, hitting the ball too hard. You're dealing with a dead rail over there. So that's just, who cares if we have a longer shot on the 5 if we obtain our objective. So I go below the 5 instead. And that way I take no chance of scratching. Or just, just dealing with dead rails. I'll actually use that dead rail for my benefit and just keep it simple. Now here again, I have to take a little bit more time than I want to. I'm kind of out of my natural rhythm and pace here. I shoot faster than I'm shooting this game. But there's a situation here because of this 8 ball, and I certainly don't want to get behind the 8. I want to clear a shot on the 6. So where exactly does this cue ball, how far down this rail does this cue ball have to get for me to get perfect on the 6? That's what I'm looking at right now. So just a couple inches below the 5, so I have to put just center top on this ball to bounce off the rail and come down a few inches on the 6. It would be doomed to get behind this 8 and not have a clear shot on the 6. So we have to make sure we have a clear shot. Even if we go long or come up short or whatever, we have to be able to make the 6. And that's what I'm making sure of there. And I have a clear shot. And this rack is mine. It's just a matter of going through the motions now. If I remember, yeah, I go to the bottom rail and just bounce up and a perfect shot on the 8. But now, where do I want to be on the 8? Yeah, it jumped ahead. Where do I want to be on the 8 to get back down on the 9? And a lot of guys would shoot the 8 in the side and get the perfect angle to come down. But that's going to take actually pinpoint precision. So a better idea is to, again, take the long shot and shoot the 8 down in this corner and just try to get somewhere near straight in on the 8. And if you miss it by a few inches, it's okay. You can still get on the 9. So that's my reason for not shooting it in the side and shooting it in the corner. So that's all I had to do was poke that in and draw back, anywhere between 2 or 4 inches, and I'm fine. If I tried to get the perfect angle to make it in the side and come down, there's a lot that can go wrong. You can get on the wrong side of this ball real quick. And because of where the 8 is, if I came up short on a shot on the side, I would have to hit the ball hard and bounce off this rail, and then you're taking a chance of scratching. There's just too much that can go wrong if you try to be perfect. And so it's another lesson of this video. Don't forget being perfect. Just win the damn game, Stay at the table. Don't let your opponent back at the table. 9 ball is a game for control freaks, and you just want to keep that guy or that gal sitting in their chair and watching you. It's just, it's mean and all, but nice guys finish last in this game. I promise you that. To just roll down. I'm straight. I'm not exactly straight in. I can bounce off that rail right there. But there's not much that can go wrong there. Even if I put too much top on it and hit it too hard, I'd still be fine. So that's that. A lot came up in that rack, so you might want to go back over it, and I threw a lot of information at you, and I'm sure some of you see your own mistakes in some of those areas, and I just tried to show you how to avoid those mistakes. Peace, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Click wherever. Just click subscribe.